long history, Chinese civilization was more advanced than that of Europe. Despite its incompetence and weakness, the Manchu government lasted until 2 years before the World War I. Sun Yat-sen was immediately elected provisional president of the new Chinese Republic after his arrival in Shanghai. Dr. Sun Yat-sen founded the political party named Kuomintang in Tokyo. In early 1927, Chiang Kai-shek successfully laid siege on Shanghai and Nanking. Japanese interest in taking control over Korea led to aggression against China. In the summer of 1948, communist control had been established over most parts of China. The United States refused to recognize the People's Republic of China for more than 2 decades. NATO had 29 members in 2017. SEATO had no joint commands with standing forces. At the Bandung Conference in 1955, Asia and Africa gave a call to abstain from allying with the army of the two superpowers. World Zionist Organization was founded in the year 1897. The Israelis won control of the main road to Jerusalem and successfully repulsed repeated Arab attacks. Gaza Strip was a self-governing Palestinian territory. PLO is an umbrella political organization representing the world's Palestinians. In September 1970, Yasser Arafat was appointed Commander-in-Chief of the Palestinian Arab Guerrilla Forces. The emergence of Vietnam as a united and independent nation was a historic event. In 1985, Mikhail Gorbachev took over as head of the USSR. The year 1988 saw the first mass protests in Armenia. Nicolae Ceausescu was executed by a firing squad in December 1989 under the command of his own generals. Gorbachev was held under house arrest in Moscow. The Soviet Union was formally dissolved in the year 1991. The entire administration system was in the hands of a bureaucracy of scholar officials called mandarins. The political party founded by Dr. Sun Yat-sen became the Kuomintang in 1912. In 1918, a Society for the Study of Marxism was formed in Peking University. Chiang Kai-shek started conquering China. By 1933, Mao Zedong had gained full control of the Chinese Communist Party. The chief objective of NATO was the peace and security in the North Atlantic region. The Soviet Union tested the nuclear bomb in 1949. Korea was partitioned as North and South in the year 1945. Palestine was the ancient home of Jews. The Geneva Conference that met in Korea decided that Vietnam was to be an independent state. North and South Vietnam were formally united as one country in 1976. Today, the European Union has 28 member states. Germany was officially reunited on 3 October 1990. On 25 December 1991, Mikhail Gorbachev announced his resignation. In a bid to wriggle out of the US control, European countries started the European movement in the form of Council of Europe. The Hundred Days reform aroused tremendous opposition from the Dowager Empress Su Hsi. During the 4 years of rule, Yuan Shikai was opposed to both democracy and republication. After the Russian Revolution of 1917, the ideas of Marx and Lenin became popular in China amongst the intellectuals. Germany joined the NATO in 1955. SEATO, Southeast Asia Treaty Organization, was organized for the collective security of countries in Southeast Asia. The Southeast Asia Defense Treaty was also called Manila Pact. When America and the Soviet Union encouraged intellectuals to propagate their views, Bertrand Russell called for nuclear disarmament. The non-alignment movement emerged in the watch of decolonization on that followed World War II. France was given the mandate for Syria and Lebanon by the Treaty of Versailles. In March 1945, the Arab League was formed in Cairo. Theodor Herzl, a Viennese journalist, published a pamphlet called The Jewish State. In Egypt, in a coup in 1952, Colonel Nasser became its president. Yasser Arafat was elected as the first president of the State of Palestine in 1989. In the Vietnam War, American troops also used bacteriological weapons. By 30 April 1975, the capital of South Vietnam, Saigon, was liberated. The city of Saigon was renamed Ho Chi Minh City. According to C, each member was given multiple oaths. West Germany was called Federal Republic of Germany. East Germany was called German Democratic Republic. With the fall of the Berlin Wall, followed by the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, the Cold War era came to an end. With French President Mitterrand Kohl was the architect of the Maastricht Treaty. Under Brezhnev's rule, Soviet Union had relapsed into a closed society with little freedom. The Chernobyl disaster was a major accident in a nuclear plant in Ukraine. A series of workers' strikes undermined the communist regimes in Poland and Hungary. After Gorbachev, power fell into the hands of Boris Yeltsin. In China, the Taiping Rebellion was a major rebellion from 1850 to 64. In 1898, the young Emperor of China initiated a series of reforms known as the 100 Days of Reform. Mao Zedong was born in Hunan in southeast China. Mikhail Borodin was sent by the Russians to China, who helped to build up a revolutionary army. The Vampova Military Academy was founded near Canton with the assistance of Russian officers. Starting from China, Chiang Kai-shek had captured Hankou by the end of 1925. Mao Zedong organized workers and peasants' council in villages of Shenxi and Kansu. Soviet Union and People's Republic of China were two mighty communist powers in the world. The US conceived the Marshall Plan to bring the countries in Western Europe under its influence. The Soviet President Khrushchev agreed to withdraw the missiles to defuse the Cuban Missile Crisis. In 1956, Colonel Nasser nationalized the Suez Canal. India, represented by Jawaharlal Nehru, played a crucial role in resolving the crisis. Azad was keen of retrieving Golan Heights. Egypt and Syria launched a sudden and surprise attack on the Yom Kippur religious holiday. The Western powers recognized the new Vietnam government of Bao Dai. In the Vietnam War, incendiary bombs were used to defoliate the forest cover. Helmut Kohl, Chancellor of West Germany, played a crucial role in integrating East Germany into West Germany. Helmut Kohl was the architect of the Maastricht Treaty. Perestroika refers to the program introduced by Gorbachev to restructure Soviet economic and political system. Fidel Castro, Cuba, Russia, persecution of Jews, Nakba, catastrophe. Niger, southern Israel, King Hussein, Jordan, Cold War, George Orwell, Changsha, Teachers Training College, Taiwan, Formosa, George C. Marshall, Secretary of State, Napalm, incendiary bomb.